You're listening to the Simpsons Watch Along podcast. I am your host, the Peace Machine. Alongside me is my co-host, Dabble Dab. What is up, day?
Not much, man. I'm just wondering if we remember how to do this. It's been, a little over 2 weeks, maybe?
A little over 2 weeks, no doubt. We've had some scheduling conflicts. The real thing was I got sick, and I never get sick, but I got sick, and I had a gross cold, and I fucking hate when people on podcasts are like, I got a cold, but don't mind me. Like, I'm just going to be hacking and being gross for 45 minutes. So fuck that. My voice is good. I'm all set. I'm ready to rack and roll. What's up, man? How you been?
Been well. Been pretty hot here in Tennessee. We were talking previously before we started recording, and we were talking about running, and I've never been a runner before. And as soon as this heat has rolled in, like, I went out to the track today. I could not do it, man. I did like one lap, and I was like, I'm just going to the gym, and I'm just going to get on the stair climber, because it was only like 80 something here, but the humidity was crazy. And also there was like a little league game going, so there's a bunch of kids by the fence. I didn't want to see me just like huffing and puffing for my life because I'm so out of shape.
You didn't want to embarrass yourself in front of a bunch of sixth graders.
I do that enough as it is. I don't need people taking like cell phone videos of me about to have a heart attack.
They're like, look at this guy. He's really struggling out there.
I'm in bad shape.
It's been out there for 11 minutes. Oh, my God. Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, running's for idiots. I certainly don't recommend it to anybody. My mom is a triathlete, and she's a runner, a biker, and a swimmer, and is in crippling pain and has been for the last 15 years of her life. So, yeah.
I'm hoping if I
take
have
care of yourself.
Physical pain, it will help even out the crippling emotional pain.
Each other out so you can feel great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I just hope I get Alzheimer's when I'm like 52, and that way I just forget everything. And then,
you've suffered massive head trauma. I'm pretty sure you're going to get it.
Someone asked me the other day, like, "Oh, why'd you quit fighting?" I'm like, "Well, I had about 10 concussions that I can count."
Yeah. I was listening to an old Brian and Vinny podcast show, and they mentioned you having a match against someone. This is a long time ago at like a Vegas convention or something. And it was like supposed to be like a worked fight, and then there were talks of it being a shoot fight eventually. Do you remember anything about this?
Yes, that was me versus Alvarez.
No, it was someone else. It was supposed to be someone else I'd never heard of.
I don't remember. I remember there was talks about, was it Coughlin?
It probably was, yeah. And they were talking about it might not happen.
You know what? I think we were going to, okay, so here, yeah. There was this, it was in conjunction with like the UFC weekend, like the UFC like fight weekend or whatever, before they had the big fight week. And we were going to do a shoot fight at one of the guy at Mike Sawyer's. He had a gym or something, and then they'd got locations changed, and then there was, long story short, it was supposed to be me fighting this other guy, and we were just going to do a 3-round amateur MMA bout, and Alvarez was going to corner me, and then whoever his buddy was going to corner him, and I don't think it was Coughlin, because I don't think Coughlin wanted it. It was some other guy who had a nickname on the board that was like a Army Reserves guy, whatever.
Okay.
Fight never happened, but we kind of promoted it, and then so Alvarez was like, "Well, let's do a jiu-jitsu match." So we did a 3-round, 3-minute jiu-jitsu match, like nogi, like submission only style match, and Roddy cornered me, and Danielson cornered him.
Wow.
And yeah, it was pretty fun, actually. There's video of it out there somewhere on YouTube. Peace Machine versus Brian Alvarez. Yeah. That was when I was doing all the nutrition stuff for all the Ring of Honor guys. But yeah, it was fun. We went to a 3-round draw, and not very exciting, but yeah,
that was a work though, wasn't it?
No, that was a complete shoot.
Oh, okay, because I think I've seen that video. I thought it was just a worked match.
No. Are you sure you're not thinking of the wrestling match?
It might be something different that I saw then.
Yeah, we had a wrestling match. Was that, you saw the one with Disco Inferno, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
Oh, maybe I did a third. I don't fucking remember. I've been to Vegas and done
You're
shit so many
old.
times. I'm old. Yeah. Whatever. Who cares? What episode are we watching today?
We're gonna watch another good one. I think we said we were gonna punish ourselves, but enough time has passed where it's just like, let's watch a good one. We're gonna watch Radioactive Man. We were kind of just scanning through, and you saw this one, and it popped you. So what are your memories of this one, just off the top of your head?
I remember seeing this live and talking about it the next day in my senior year of high school, with my friends at school, and thinking that the hat thing was really funny for some reason, and talking about that. And I remember like thinking like it wasn't a Bart episode, it's not a Homer, it's a Milhouse episode. And this kind of took me by surprise that Bart wasn't Fall Out Boy. But I remember liking it a lot and remember having a lot of memorable parts, and Mickey Rooney part always sticks out to me at the end. Ooh, spanning 2 decades. Yeah, so I really liked it. What do you remember from it?
Yeah. Well, it obviously coined the band Fall Out Boy that became popular later. But other than that, I really liked how the town is just a scumbag town, and they're just like conning everyone as much as they can, like by jacking up the prices. And they kind of did like the juxtaposition of like the Hollywood people just getting scammed.
Yeah,
which I thought was cool.
I remember not catching that the first time and like not really being aware that like, oh, that they're like making some sort of commentary on Hollywood. Just, I didn't put that together until later. But yeah. Well,
and the goggles doing nothing was like, yeah, that was an amazing line.
I think there's a bunch of quotable stuff in here. We'll let you. I'm sure it'll cue on as we start watching it here. But let's not waste any more time here. Let's get going here. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, everyone, get ready to press play in 3, 2, 1. Press play now. Turning up my audio. You let me know when it's good.
That's good. Whoa, you can probably come down just a little bit.
I am drinking a 44-ounce Diet Dr. Pepper.
Is it a roadie?
It is a roadie. It is my second one of the day. I went to the gas station twice today, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to drink 88 ounces of Diet Dr. Pepper. But then I thought, maybe I do.
That's almost a gallon of soda.
It's ridiculous. I know.
Man, boy.
Human bee.
Yeah. Power person.
Star dog.
Who's Nick? You see Nick up there?
Oh, there's Nick.
Explain. The similarities are so.
I use this a lot.
Radioactive Man has his famous
Up and let's go.
That is good. I like that Bart is such a super fan.
Well, radiation
Even though that's a pretty obvious one, just like knows everything about
and
radioactive.
let's go.
So you can
Much like any Simpsons fans know everything.
Well, between us, we've read all 814 issues of Radioactive Man. Yeah, and we both have a special limited edition issue where he and Fall Out Boy get killed on every page.
Well, I suppose you know then that Hollywood is planning a feature film about Radioactive Man.
My friend uses the term delicious pun a lot.
Who's going to play Radioactive Man?
Yeah, this is so good because
7 minutes.
like it's a good bit with the hat sucking, and then they bring it back again.
Right.
Okay, here we are.
He's like, why is Bart wearing a hat? He never wears that. Oh, okay. Dead. And I remember thinking, like, oh, nerds use computers. Like, okay, that's not me. I don't use computers, except for when I have to type papers. I will never need a computer in my life.
So what year was this episode?
I believe it was 97.
Okay.
But that's just, I could be misremembering. Let me look it up.
So I was 97. I had the internet, but it was all like AOL back then for me. So I don't know if I knew how to do stuff like that. The Scoutmaster. Did you used to like the old Batman series?
No.
Really?
I mean, I saw it a fair amount of times, but I was never 95. I was way
wow.
off. I remember this. Maybe I don't know.
Bort. There's a Bort reference.
Oh shit, there was.
I love this little tune.
It's a good dance. The Batusi.
Yeah, that's weird too. We get like The Simpsons kind of warmed up Adam West for Family Guy.
Right.
And also James Wood.
Yeah. Flim Springfield was great.
Who put that ad out? Was it Quimby?
I guess.
Get me 2 plane tickets to the state that Springfield is in. Right, we have $30 million to spend.
We'll blow up our dams, destroy forests, anything. If there's a species of animal that's causing problems, nosing around your camera, we'll have it wiped out.
Look, I just want to make movies, not kill things.
Right, we understand.
Why wouldn't you want to kill things?
I have an announcement. One of your
Look at Nelson's hat.
heroes, Radio Man.
Radioactive man, stupid.
It's got like a beach volleyball hat.
He's got a backwards beach volleyball hat.
Film the Radioactive Man movie here in Springfield. And they will be holding auditions to find a local youngster to play Fallout Boy. Oh, and the air conditioner will be fixed at that too.
They should have sucked up Sherry Carey's bows there.
Look behind you, radioactive man. The sun is exploding again. Why are you talking like that?
Yeah, who the hell are you talking to?
I do like all the tricks Bart uses to look taller.
That is good. He grows like a half inch
Yeah.
in a day.
Plus several feet more.
On this game of radioactive man, y'all.
Wow. You mean
I like this.
rascals?
Yeah, me too.
Which one were you?
The ugly one?
This episode has a really fast pace.
Ugly one?
No,
Yep.
I was the tough kid, smelly. My stick was looking into an exhaust pipe and getting a face full of soot. Nobody could do that better than me. Of course, it was kind of hard to think of reasons for me to look at that exhaust pipe every time. But, you know, we had good
I
writers.
love how this
William Faulkner
ultra-violent
exhaust
mode
pipe
is
can
here.
really make it.
Right.
If you were such a big shot, why aren't you still making movies? Oh? Oh?
She killed the original Al Bell. That's a good line, too. My favorite Aggie.
I love that.
God! Oh my God! He's killed the original.
Young Smelly is dressed just like Nelson.
Was an orphan owned by the studio.
Oh, my God.
He killed an orphan, so it was fine.
For raising our prices a little.
If there's no one to mourn, is it really a tragedy? It's kind of like a tree falling.
Watch out! Radioactive man! Thank you, thank you.
Nelson's only ever been that impressed one other time. That was when they came Branson, Missouri,
Oh, yeah.
to see Andy Williams.
Don't make me do this. I don't want to be an actor. Nonsense. You're going to be great. Now take off those glasses.
Why would Bart know that Shakespeare quote?
I don't know. It's a good question. I like that Lunch Lady Doris is doing the read-in.
Yeah.
No wonder no one came to my birthday.
That line is fucking gold.
That's the boy to say. 8 ball out, boy.
What's Next. Chicken necks.
Great Ralph.
That is good. Just enough.
He's what looking for.
Chicken necks.
No, just along with one of the others. He didn't sign up officially.
No, forget him then. It wouldn't be fair to the other children who filled out their application forms in full. Next!
At last the world is safe, eh, Fallout Boy?
Watch out, radioactive man.
Reading again?
Watch out, radioactive man.
Fantastic! One more time.
Watch out, radioactive man.
Congratulations, Bob Simpson. You're our new Fallout Boy. That's what I'd be saying to you if you weren't hitched too short. Next.
That joke and the Flim Springfield joke were both like, oh, like me starting to understand the misdirection jokes.
Get that part. Oh, you might
That
have
one
said
is so just unnecessarily
Yes.
cruel.
Cruel, yeah.
You know it's a good episode when we're just quiet for like a minute.
Yeah.
I assumed you're just pissing out that soda.
No, you hear me.
Oh, I only grew half an inch. I'm still too short. Growing half an inch in one day is still pretty good.
Good grandpa joke.
Grandpa's shrinking.
Oh, I'm as tall as I am.
Is there any way I can
Perfect.
look taller without actually being taller?
What do you think happened to Grandpa there?
Good news,
300 years old.
that extra inch you wanted, plus several feet more.
I love that he has the hair
Fallout Boy.
of
And he's right over there.
it was like the guy who Eliza and
I was gonna say it. Yeah. Eliza and what the hell is her name? Lester.
Lester.
Baby, Lionel has your new agent, bodyguard, unauthorized biographer, and drug dealer. Keep her away.
They really used the full cast in this episode. Like if you think about it, like you get a great little Mo segment.
We've heard you become
They work.
Yep.
You know, it's a Millhouse episode.
Good Nelson.
A good Nelson, a good Ralph.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, son.
You even get a good Luann with a
I just
jacuzzi.
missed out on the greatest opportunity of my entire life. George Burns was right. So business is a hideous bitch goddess. Cheer up, Art.
I've used that line plenty of times.
Someone to tell him he's great. Someone to rub lotion on him. Someone he can throw whiskey bottles at when he's feeling low. You're right, Lise. I can suck up to him. Like the religious people suck up to God.
Guess what, kid? They're gonna pay us $50 a day to film some of the movie here.
Run that cable through here.
Careful now.
Didn't you direct Unnatural Discretion?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wait. Oh, you know, I never walk out of a movie, but yeah.
I've got an idea, Mr. Simpson. Why don't you get something to eat?
Is it a picture of Abe Lincoln?
I think it is. Homer loves Abe.
I don't think I've ever noticed
You
that.
gotta give me the part of Crispy the Clown.
I love
I'm
this.
sorry, you're wrong for the part. But look at my range.
Sailor. Scientist.
I'm sorry, Crispy the Clown has been cast. But I'll hire you for Angry the Clown, Silly Sailor, and Dr. Clowns. I won't let you down. Well, I might let you down, Silly Sailor.
Zilly Sailor.
Up and at them.
Up and at 'em.
Up and at them.
Up and at 'em.
Up and at them.
Better.
Hi, Millhouse. Hey, I want you to know that I'm glad at least one of us got the part. Millhouse! I didn't do it. I wished him well. I wished him well!
Stupid dummy wasn't supposed to explode yet.
There's the real Millhouse. Millhouse! Hey, you're not Millhouse.
No, I'm just Millhouse getting it hurt. Oh. Okay, let's get the real Millhouse over here under the X-ray truck.
Hi, Bart. Hey, cool, Millhouse. You get to be crushed by a truck. It sounds like more fun than it really is. Hey, I think I'm lying on a broken bottle.
Beautiful, use it. Okay, Fallout Boy origin scene.
That's a good director.
Action.
Thanks for the help, mysterious stranger. Say, I think those x-rays gave me superpowers.
That was perfect. Let's do it again.
I have the subtitles on, and he's just getting blasted.
Good question. We'll take it.
Yeah, what to say?
Okay, X-ray machine to full power.
I love that part. These aren't real X-rays, are they? It's like, I'll look into that. And they start blasting him. But when he's getting blasted with the X-rays, it just says sizzle.
What do you do if you want something that looks
Sizzle.
Usually just type a bunch of cats together. You guys work in a movie?
I think that's the most underrated part of this whole episode. About
The
taping.
cat taping? Oh, yeah.
Mind if I relax next to you?
Oh, here he comes. What is it now, Quimby?
Nothing. Only the city has just passed another tax on puppy directing pants.
I don't wear puffy pants.
I meant a tax on not
Did
wearing
you ever
puppy
have like
pants.
headshots made? Anything?
I'm sorry.
No, of course not.
I don't know. You're into a lot of weird stuff.
Not
You really
headshots.
got it made
Come
now
on.
in your house. This is living.
I've worked on a lot of like really low budget, like indie stuff.
Since I became a movie
Yeah.
star,
And it's just like sometimes they can't afford to pay people. So, you know, they might have like a nice camera. So they'll just be like, well, if you come do this, we can take headshots of you. And so like these people come to like be extras just in the background.
To do the
But they
Jiminy
get
Jillick scene
headshots
in the
out.
house.
And so they'll be there for like 6 hours.
But we did it.
And they get a couple of 8x10s.
It's crazy.
Angles.
No, you don't even like get the actual pictures. They just take it. It's like on YouTube.
Oh, okay. They send you a file.
Yeah.
Ah.
I love that we get a scene from the movies.
Both up and imprisoned us in his floating aqua world.
Jiminy Jokers!
Now there's no
Need for profile that these fall up with.
Everyone in town has been gouging us silly, but it's worth it. It's all up there on the screen. Yes, that Millhouse is going to be big. Gabby Hayes big.
No idea who Gabby Hayes is.
Okay, it's not everybody.
Me
This is
either.
the hardest, most expensive scene in the movie, and we only get one shot at it, so we have to do it right. Fallout Boy will untie Radioactive Man and pull him to safety moments before he's hit with a 40-foot wall of sulfuric acid that will horribly burn everything in its path. Now, that's real acid, so I want to see goggles, people.
real acid.
Okay, roll film. Tip the acid guns and action.
Only Fallout Boy can save me now.
Where's Fallout Boy? Fallout Boy!
Uh-oh.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's
The
good.
acid just approaching through the goggles.
Still nothing.
Leaves the red Speedos.
Where the hell is Millhouse? That one shot cost us $1 million.
Where's the producer? I want to talk about this coffee.
Good. They didn't like the term ankle because they use it in the other episode where Baldwin and Kim Basinger come to town. So Homer's talking about ankling this family.
I like that. I like this. You're
Yeah.
fired.
This is great.
Jiminy Jokers, Radioactive Man!
We'll have to find our way out. Are you ready?
Yes.
Why did you film that? Like, why did footage exist of Milhouse just sit?
I was just thinking that of Milhouse just sitting on the couch saying yes. Yeah.
Now stop worrying now. He's talking.
Will they just find Milhouse, or will they find him a child? Now when they find him, excuse me, you didn't answer me. You just trailed off.
Yeah, I did kind of trail off there, didn't I?
I don't know. I'll just check all
This
the
guy's just
reports.
reaching into the mailbox.
Have you seen Milhouse?
No, now go away. We're racing for the title of the champion.
This is a duo I could have seen more of here. Comic book guy and Otto.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Like if they're buds in real life.
Have you seen Milhouse?
This is such a
today?
weird scene.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I know.
There's a direct correlation between the decline of spirograph and the rise in gaming activity. Think about it.
I will.
Oh, you mom.
Oh man, did you ever have a spirograph?
Yeah, I don't know why, but
I had one for
interesting
mom
for about
he was young.
two drawings.
I mean it. I'm not
I
going
kind of liked it.
proud to be a star. But Milhouse.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's like, how else am I gonna make these
You can't run that
circles?
movie screen pretending to be a hero.
Right.
You're not. The real heroes are out there, toiling day and night on more important things. Television. No! Curing heart disease and wiping out world hunger. At Milhouse, they haven't cured anything. Heart disease and world hunger are still rampant. Those do-gooders are all a bunch of pitiful
What do you think about world
losers.
hunger? Are you like for it or
Want
against?
results? You have to go to the Schwarzeneggers, the store,
Eh,
to a lesser extent,
you know.
Van Dams.
Neutral.
Okay. I'm gonna take a stand.
The studio set me talk. Being a former child star myself, and the #1 box office draw from 1939 to 1940.
Wow.
Spanning 2 decades.
Yeah, you better.
They tapped your treehouse phone. Milhouse. Listen, you can't quit.
Oh, fuck.
I know I'm good. Movie star was just so hollow.
Hollow. The only thing in show business that's hollow is the music industry. Milhouse, you have to do this. If not for yourself, then for the movie-going public and for the foreign markets that are more important than ever nowadays.
Mickey Rooney. Is he still alive? Can't be,
The
right?
mixter. He can't be.
No.
I tried. Fortunately.
I'm more interested in Van Johnson.
Who?
Jiminy Jellikers. Jiminy Jellikers. Jiminy Jellikers. We're shutting down production. Yeah, well, we only...
He died in 2014.
Oh, there's $8,000 leaving town tax. You're all satisfied.
I love that he was still in the background.
He's still there.
The whole time.
They weren't thinking about the money. They just wanted to tell a story about a radioactive man.
The story of a radioactive man.
All they were worth.
Time is a tale as old as time.
Mr. Rudy, we've got to do some chat a little better than the Jello pudding commercial.
You can play that.
So, Milhouse, it must be a little tough giving up all that glamour and coming back to school, huh?
Quiet. Maybe I can get my citizenship. You know you don't have any more money left. That doesn't matter. Just take whatever you need from our boutiques until you can get back on your feet. Thank God we're back in Hollywood, where people treat each other right. Lean on me.
The Brown Derby. Never been to Hollywood. Been to LA, but never been to Hollywood. Man, great episode.
It was a good episode. It really never slowed down, and everything was just gold.
Everything is good. Yeah, exactly. It was. You're right. It's so fast paced and just non-stop jokes. I mean, I was trying to think of quotable things and just just tons. So, what's your letter grade there, partner?
It's at least an A.
Oh yeah, A or A plus. That's basically what I figured it out already to be. I know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I'm going A.
I
Going A.
don't know, man. I think an argument could be made that it's an A plus.
No doubt, but you know,
A
don't
plus.
think-
I'm saying it's an A plus.
you're saying it's an A plus. Okay,
Yeah, that whole
argue it for
episode
me.
is good. There's nothing
You're
I
right.
can point to that was like,
Okay.
that felt out of place or that didn't really work for me. From the very beginning, everything about that episode is good, so I don't know what else it could be than an A plus.
Yeah. I mean, you're making a strong case.
I'm not even trying to convince you. I'd rather you be wrong.
I'm just trying to think. Like, is it a perfect episode? I guess it's an. I guess you could say it's an A plus.
It's
I
close.
can't argue with that. It's
Yeah.
certainly close, but it's not one of my favorite episodes, which really shouldn't be the criteria which I'm grading it on.
I don't know. You create your own criteria, but I kind of liken this one to Mountain of Madness a little bit, where
Yeah,
I never thought of Mountain of Madness as one of my favorite episodes, and like we didn't even rank it that high at the time. But when we went back and we thought about Mountain of Madness, we just liked everything about it, and I think this one's similar in a way to that. I think it's better than Mountain of Madness.
I think it's definitely better than Mountain of Madness, but I don't know. Maybe because it's not a Bart episode or a Homer episode or Simpsons-based episode, but it's a full town episode, and it just doesn't have that. It didn't have that like rib tickling moment for me though. So I'm going A, but you're free to go A plus.
I'm going there.
All right, fair enough. All right, MVP. I don't think this one's even debatable. Mickey Rooney.
Yeah, it could be. This is a tough one, actually.
It's a Millhouse episode, but it's not really.
Yeah, this one is really about the town in a way.
It's about the town, yeah. But who carries it?
It doesn't even really rely on the Simpsons to move the plot in any way. In a lot of ways, it's just like the jokes on Bart constantly just falling short.
Yeah.
But there does have to be an MVP. And I'm going to say it's the director. I don't even know if he had a name.
He did not.
But for some reason, I like that guy.
Okay.
Like when he's, one of my favorite parts is the X-ray part where he's like, I'm going to check on that. But he's like, let's get the shot first. Like, I respect that.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say Rainier Wolfcastle for the MVP. Because he's in a lot of it, but he's not really focused on him. But his radioactive man stuff, I like it all.
Yeah, every time he was in it, it was pretty good. I really like the goggles scene, obviously, earlier.
I like up and at them.
Yeah, it is good.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Who's your best supporting character?
Best supporting, like, he's not the best, but I do love like Dr. Spirograph. Like, I can't give it to him, but that's just so out in left field. I love that. You can't really give it to Milhouse. I'm gonna give it to Milhouse's stunt double.
Okay.
Because he was involved in two pretty good scenes.
I am gonna go with Mayor Quimby because I do like the constant gouging and the I love Mayor Quimby and I love the he attacks on puffy directing pants.
You know what? You nailed it on that one. He is definitely him and Wiggum together.
Him and Wiggum, yeah. And then Wiggum with the fucking release the dogs at the end. So
it's
good.
That Springfield act first, think later mentality.
Sure. All right. Where is it going on your list?
Well, it's going to definitely have to crack the top 10. And as an A plus, I think it has to probably crack the top 5, I would think. So
That's on yours. I went A. I know where I'm going with mine, so let me say it first.
Okay, go for it.
Mine is my new number 14, just below.
I can't believe that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's a great episode, but I think I would rather watch any of those Homer the Heretic. I would rather watch Radioactive Man before Homer the Heretic, and that's.
I got you.
Yeah,
I'm looking at your list, and just so everyone else knows, you have at 10, You Only Move Twice. At 11, Bart's Inner Child. At 12, Bart of Darkness. At 13, Bart Carney. And now at 14, you're going to put Radioactive Man?
Correct.
Yeah, those are all right together for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think this has to go for me. And it's kind of crazy because I have it right around Homer the Heretic too, because I have Homer the Heretic at 6.
Okay.
Which is interesting that we both kind of grouped it with that episode. I'm gonna put this as my new number 5, right ahead.
Whoa!
Right ahead of Itchy and Scratchy Land, and right after Lemon of Troy.
Okay.
And this
new
has
number 5.
Yes,
That's
and this
huge.
has some very close similarities to Lemon of Troy, if I'm remembering back to that episode, because that was another like really strong town episode. It just involves so many, all the different kids, and then all the parents going out, and even the people from the other town, Shelbyville. So very similar episodes for me in what I enjoy, and so they go right together.
All right. I think that's a valid place to put it on your list. I will update the list and send that over to you when I'm done. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you like this one that much. I really am.
Really? I don't know, man. I just felt like every scene had something really funny about it. Like, I love Mo. I love even like Comic Book Guy and Otto, like, we're racing for champion of the world.
Yeah, that was good.
Like, just
I mean, nothing was weak. Yeah. I'm with you. Like, I don't think it was a bad episode. I put it as an A. I don't know. Like I said, it didn't have one of those just like crushing laugh moments for me. It had a bunch of great stuff, but not any rib ticklers. And in my opinion,
really got to have your ribs tickled.
I do. I need a good tickling of the ribs. So
okay.
Have you seen this newest episode? Have you seen the newest episode of Rick and Morty?
No, I've never watched any Rick and Morty.
Okay, well, never mind. Well, the newest episode, the season 5, episode 4, just came out, and it's not particularly funny, but it is fucking great, and that's kind of where I'd put this one. It's not. It's not. That's not the correct word, but it's just like if people were like, "Oh, I don't think that episode was very good." I feel like no, that episode was very well written, very funny, very put together. It just didn't kill any exact moments, and that's kind of how I feel on this one. So anyway, no wrong answers. But any final words you'd like to give to our droves of listeners?
No, we appreciate anyone who is listening along. If you do Twitter, follow us on there. We post some funny memes and stuff periodically, and we'd like to hear from you. And maybe we should bring back a poll occasionally. We had a few people, participate.
All right. Think of a poll, maybe a next episode poll.
Okay. How many more sodas does Peach have to drink?
Well, that was our 50th episode that we'd watched together, so you can maybe select our 51st.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's put a poll up.
All right, let's do it. And we got to put one punishment on there too.
Definitely, maybe 2.
3 goods and a bad, or maybe 3 bads and a good.
Okay. You pick 2, I'll pick 2.
Okay.
Pick one of each. One good one, one bad one.
All right, that sounds good. All right, well, we're going to leave you with our final 3 words, like we always do.
Up and atom.
Up and let's go. Watch The Simpsons.